This tutorial was requested by Ashton, Ethan the Gamerhog 1994, Cool Watterson, and Ravioli Productions. If you want to request a tutorial, leave a comment down below, and remember to like, subscribe with notifications, and to check out all my other videos. Now, onto the tutorial. Hey guys, Blop here, and today, I'm going to show you how to make a Sonic or Shadow plush. Of course, you're seeing Super Sonic on your screen right now, but this pattern can be used to create any transformation or form of Sonic or Shadow. I'd say the difficulty for this tutorial is about 3.5 stars. This pattern is a little more unique than some of the other patterns. The default size of this plush once it's finished will be 9 inches. But I did get requests for 12-inch or 14-inch plushies. So if you want to scale up your plush, all you do is do the number of inches you want, divide it by 9, and then scale up the pattern by whatever you get. You should just be able to use a calculator to do this, and it should be pretty simple as long as you can drop the pattern into some sort of editor. But yeah, that's all you need to know for this, so now onto the materials. The materials you will need are Sonic base pattern, Sonic Shadow plush pattern, a glue gun, fabric of any color, matching thread, scissors, and pins and needles. First, cut out your Sonic base pattern. For a character that has multicolored shoes like Tails or Shadow, you're going to cut the pattern piece in half. But if you have a character like Sonic, you can just glue a strip over the shoe. Now you will have all of these pieces cut out. Again, my shoe is segmented since I'm making Shadow, but yours might be solid. First, take your headpiece. To sew the head, you're first going to fold it over itself. Then sew up these two edges along the front part. You will not sew up the curved edge or the bottom straight edge. Once you have sewn up both head pieces, you're going to align them along their curved edges. Then you're going to sew all the way around them, making sure to leave the bottom straight edge open. Now, stuff your head, and this is how it will look. Next, take your two back body pieces and sew them together along this straight edge. After you've sewn those up, place them on top of the front body piece and sew them together along the curved edges, leaving the top open. This will be the finished result once it's stuffed. Now, for the arms and legs, you're going to fold them along their long edges and then sew them up along that long edge. Make sure to sew up the top edges of the arms and legs. These are the finished limbs. Now, for the back spike and tail pieces, to sew them up, you're going to fold them over themselves along their curved edges. Then, only sew up the curved edge, making sure to leave the straight edge open. These are the finished pieces. To sew the hands, all you need to do is place one on top of the other, then sew all the way around, leaving the bottom open. Now your hands should be sewn up and stuffed. Now, take your arm and place it around the hole of the hand. Then, you're going to sew them together. These are the arms. Now, I'm going to show you how to make the wrist cuffs. For the cuffs of a character like Sonic or Tails, all you need to do is cut out one thin strip of one color and glue it all the way around. For Shadow, it'll be a little different, so I'll show you how to do it now. For Shadow, first you're gonna do one layer of all black. Just stretch the thin piece all the way around the arm, then glue or sew it. Once you have it on, you're going to attach a red piece that looks like this over the black. Then, you're going to take a yellow or gold band and place it around the red and black. This will be the finished result. Now, for the shoes, if your shoes are segmented, you'll simply sew the two pieces together along the line where you cut them. Once you have done that, you will place them on top of each other and sew them all the way around except for the bottom straight edge. Make sure that if you did segment them, that the stitches are facing the opposite directions on the outside. Now, after you've sewn these up like this, you're going to take your shoe sole piece and place it inside of the hole you left, then stitch it on all the way around. Repeat this for both shoes. Make sure to leave a hole to flip it right side out, and then you can stuff it. This is how it will look. Now, to make the rim of his shoes, cut out 2 red pieces that look like this. They should be able to circle all the way around the shoe. I've drawn on some yellow, but you could just glue some yellow on if you don't have a Sharpie or marker. Once it's glued on, it will look like this. I went ahead and added the detail on the bottom too. Now, take your leg and place it along the back edge of the foot. Then, you're going to sew them on. Do the same thing for the leg cuffs as you did the wrist cuffs. This will be the finished result. Now, you can take your legs and align them under the body and then sew them on. These are how they will look. Now, take your head and sew it on the top of your body. Make sure to go all the way around. The front of the face should be a part that does not have a stitch in the front. To sew it on, what you're going to do is place the body along the head like this. Then, you're going to blanket stitch the front half of it. After you've done that, you can ladder stitch the rest. This will be the head on the body. Now, you can take the arms and stitch them onto the sides of the body. These are the arms. Now, you're going to take your back spines piece and tails pieces and place them on the back of the body, and then ladder stitch them on. Once you have attached all of that, cut out the Sonic Shadow plush pattern. These are all of the pieces. For the spines, all you'll do is place them on top of each other, then stitch them along their curved edges, leaving the front straight edge open. This will be a finished spine. You'll do the same thing with the spine that has the curved edge, just making sure to leave the curved edge open. For the top spine, you're going to place the short piece on top of the long piece and then sew along the pointed edges, making sure to leave this bottom one open. These will be the finished spines. Now, you're going to take the curved edge spine and place it on the middle back side of his head. You're going to sew it on all the way around, making sure that the edges spread on the back. This is how the spine will look. Now, take your top spine piece and align the front of it with the stitch of the head. Then, you're going to ladder stitch it on all the way around. This is the spine. Now, for the other spines, if you're making Sonic, you will have the point facing downwards. But if you're making Shadow, they will be facing upwards. Now, you're going to stuff the stuffing inside of the spine and then ladder stitch it on all the way around, making sure that you only go back to about an inch back. These will be the finished bases of the spines. Now, for the face, first you're going to take the muzzle piece. You're going to fold up these pieces and sew up the darts on the edges. For the ears, you're going to place an inner earpiece on top of the back ear and stitch it. A similar thing will be done with the nose pieces. Make sure you leave a hole at the top open. These will be the sewn up pieces. Now set the ears and nose to the side. Glue your eyes onto the face once you think they're positioned well. To test that, you can place the sewn up muzzle over them. Once the eyes are attached, you can go ahead and sew the muzzle on. To sew up the muzzle, you're going to ladder stitch it all the way around the face, except leave one small hole open so that you can stuff it. Once you've stuffed it, you'll stitch that hole back up. I don't usually show footage of me sewing things in my tutorials, but I'm going to show it here just so that you guys get a better understanding of how to sew on the muzzle. Now that you've sewn up the muzzle, you can add stuffing in through this small hole. This is how it will look. I went ahead and drew on my mouth on the right side of his face. Now, you're going to take your nose and ladder stitch up the top. Make sure to add as much stuffing as you can, so that it doesn't look like this. Now, you're going to ladder stitch the nose onto the front of the muzzle. This will be the result. Now, take your ears and ladder stitch them in between the top spine and the side spines. Now, your plush is almost done. Now, all you need to do is glue on the chest fur or the belly piece, and then add some extra red for highlights on shadow, then your plush is done. I somewhat rushed this tutorial just because I needed to get one out this weekend, so sorry if this is a little bit more sloppy than usual. But yeah, that's the plush. I also made sure to style the base pattern in a specific way so that it could be used for mini tutorials. Since I introduced mini tutorials with the Mario 64 boot plush, this would be a great way to utilize it, creating multiple Sonic characters with this similar build. So if you want to, go ahead and request other Sonic characters that can use the Sonic base pattern. If you made this plush or are planning to, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications, and to tell me what character I should make next. That's about it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.
Chaos Control!